Second Galactic Empire. Over time, the sentient post-humans began to reach out to the galaxy. They inevitably stumbled across the ruins of the Starmen and figured out their interstellar ancestry. These discoveries were followed by a realization that there might be others like them, unimaginable distances away. Thus, the fledgling civilizations set about to probing the skies. The contacts, all established by radio communication, were not spread out evenly. The Empire began little more than a few million years after the Q left, with the first dialogue between the earliest killer folk and the Satyriacs. A few thousand years later, they were joined by the tool breeders, hailing out from the ocean depths through living radio arrays. The second wave of sentient species joined in during the following 10 million years as the modular whole, pterosapiens, and the fledgling asymmetrics contacted their celestial cousins. Finally, in the next 20 million years, newly evolving civilizations such as the Sorrows, the Snake People, Parasite Symbiotes, and the Sail People successively contacted the burgeoning Galactic Empire. The Bug Facers were aware of the whole process, but due to their xenophobic experience, they only opened up after a staggering 40 million years of silence. This union was an empire of speech, for actual travel between the stars was too difficult to be practical. Like the bygone colonies of the Starmen, the post-humans cooperated through the unrestricted exchange of information and experience. Although covering every aspect of an astonishing variety of cultures, the Empire's efforts focused on two main issues: political unification and galactic awareness, constant readiness for possible alien invasions. Everybody had come across the remains of the mysterious Q. Nobody wanted a repeat of the same scenario. When the Second Empire ran into the asteromorphs, who had silently saturated the galaxy with their own empire of man, they feared the worst. But luckily for them, the godlike beings were not interested in a second empire, nor any of its worlds. The astromorphs were given a wide breath and accepted as they were incomprehensible, omnipotent forces of nature. This coordinated effort lasted for almost 80 million years, during which its member species attained previously unimaginable levels of culture, welfare, and technology. Each species colonized a few dozen worlds of their own, in which nations, cultures, individuals lived to the fullest potentials of their existence. Needless to say, all of this was only possible through constant communication and a total openness to the galaxy. Most communities took this for granted and dutifully participated in the galactic dialogues. But there were others, silent, darkened beings who refused to join in. Through them would come the ruin of the Empire.